MS Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences.
Hi students, title of the experiment is Design and Implementation of Pre-emphasis and De-emphasis Circuits. Aim of the experiment is to design and verify the functionalities of pre-emphasis and de-emphasis circuits. During the transmission over a channel, the received signal contains interference, high frequency noise. For demodulated FM signals, the interference power increases as the frequency goes up. Thus, de-emphasis is applied to the demodulated signal to decrease the power of the interference in high frequency. However, in order to keep the high frequency component of the demodulated message, pre-emphasis must be applied to the message before going through the FM modulator. Pre-emphasis refers to boosting the relative amplitudes of the modulating voltage for higher audio frequencies. Pre-emphasis is done at the transmitting side of the frequency modulator. Signals with higher modulation frequencies have lower SNR. In order to compensate this, the high frequency signals are emphasized or boosted in amplitude at the transmitter section of a communication system prior to the modulation process. De-emphasis is the complement of pre-emphasis in the anti-noise system called emphasis. This circuit is used to attenuate the high frequency signal that is boosted at the transmitter section. The circuit is placed at the receiving end. It acts as a low-pass filter. The circuit diagram for pre-emphasis is shown here. The circuit diagram for de-emphasis is shown here. The apparatus required for this experiment are transistor 2N2222, resistors, capacitors, decade inductance box DIB, CRO, function generator, regulated power supply. Design of the circuits. Pre-emphasis. The cutoff frequency is given by the formula Fc is equal to R by 2 pi L. Let Fc equal to 1 kHz. Assume R equal to 2 kilo ohms. Therefore, L is equal to R by 2 pi Fc. That is, L is equal to 0.3 Henry. De-emphasis. The cutoff frequency is given by the formula Fc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Rc. Let Fc equal to 1.6 kHz. Assume R equal to 10 kHz. Therefore, C1 is equal to 1 by 2 pi FCR. That is, C1 equal to 0.01 microfarads. The circuit connections are made as shown in the circuit diagram for the pre-emphasis and de-emphasis circuits. A power supply of 10 volts is given to the pre-emphasis circuit. Set the input voltage at 2 volts 1 kHz for pre-emphasis and 1 volts 1 kHz for de-emphasis using function generator. For this constant value of input voltage, the values of the frequency is varied and the output voltage is noted on the CRO. A graph is plotted between gain and frequency for both pre-emphasis and de-emphasis outputs. The frequency responses of pre-emphasis and de-emphasis circuits are tabulated as shown from 100 Hz to 10 kHz. The model graphs are shown here, which can be observed to be similar to those obtained in the experiment.
Hi students, the name of the experiment is Design and Implementation of Pre-emphasis and De-emphasis Circuits. The aim of the experiment is to verify the working of a pre-emphasis circuit and then verify the working of a de-emphasis circuit. The apparatus required in this experiment are function generator. It has two channels. The display can show at a time either this channel or this channel. It can generate sine wave, square wave and so many other waveforms. This is the switch on switch off button. And the display values can be entered using this keypad. This knob can be used to turn wherever the numbers are needed. Channel 1 output is from here, channel 2 output is from here. DC power supply. This is the DC power supply. This button is to switch on and switch off. This control, this is positive, this is negative. This is voltage control, this is current control. Current control should be always in the maximum. Voltage controls can be used to adjust the supply voltage. Positive is given from here, negative is given from here. This particular power supply has two such power supplies in it. This is first one and this is the second power supply. In this experiment, we will use one power supply. CRO. In this CRO, we have two channels. These controls are for channel 1. These controls are for channel 2. Channel 1, we have to provide input through this. Channel 2, input should be provided through this. These two are used for position control, and even this one can be used for position control. This is time scale. These are voltage scales. This is the on and off button for the CRO. Decayed inductance box. It gives any value of inductance that we set here. It is called DIB. The value of inductance can be adjusted from microhenries to henries. This knob can be turned from 0 to 10. It represents multiples of Henry. This knob represents multiples of 100 millihenry. This represents multiples of 10 millihenry. This is for multiples of 1 millihenry, this is for multiples of 100 microhenry, and this for multiples of 10 microhenry. The inductor value will be between these two things. So this knob and this knob are connected to a circuit, and between these two the value that is set here will be reflected. Breadboard. This is breadboard. It has, in this column, all the dots are connected to 1. Every column, all the dots represent only one node. Here, all these things starting from this edge to this edge, this full is one node. Like that we have on the top 2 nodes and bottom we have 2 nodes. Other than these 4 common nodes, we have every 5 dots representing one node. Connecting wires. Based on the circuit diagram, we use these wires. Resistors. The resistors used in this experiment are as follows. This is 100 kilo ohm resistor, 10 kilo ohm resistor, 1 kilo ohm resistor, 2.2 kilo ohm resistor. These two are 68 kilo ohm resistors. Transistor. This is the transistor used in this experiment. It is QN2222. Here there is a notch here. Immediately following the notch, this leg stands for emitter. Then this is base, and the last one is collector. So emitter, base, collector. Capacitors. The capacitors used in this experiment are 0.01 microfarad capacitors, 2 in number. 0.1 microfarad capacitor, 1 in number, and connecting probes. These are the probes used to connect function generator. These are the probes used to connect CRO. Now let us start the connections for pre-emphasis circuit based on the circuit diagram. So first take a breadboard, take a transistor, emitter, put it here, then base and collector. Emitter, base and collector. Now take 1 kilo ohm resistor, connect it from the emitter to the ground. So from the emitter to the ground. This one we will use for ground purpose. So 1 kilo ohm resistor is between emitter and the ground. Next, take 2.2 kilo ohm resistor and connect from the collector terminal and leave it to a nearby node. .2 kilo ohm resistor, collector to a nearby node. Next, take 100 kilo ohm resistor, connect it from the base So from the base to supply. So this line we will use for supply purpose. So 100 kilo ohm resistor between base and the supply. Next, take 68 kilo ohm resistor. Again connect from the base and put it in the ground. So this is 68 kilo ohm resistor from the base to the ground. Take one more 68 kilo ohm resistor, connect from the base again and put it in the ground. So you can see 268 kilo ohm resistors, both are from the base to the ground. It forms a parallel combination, and 100 kilo ohm resistor is from the base to the supply. Now take a 10 kilo ohm resistor and connect it to the ground. Leave the other node as it is. So this is 10 kilo ohm resistor from the ground. We will use it as a load. So again take 0.01 microfarad capacitor, connect from 2.2 kilo ohm resistor but it has two edges, so make sure you connect this to the collector side's edge. So 0.01 microfarad collector terminal and put it in a nearby node. Collector terminal to a nearby node. Now bring the other end of 10 kilo ohm resistor here. So this is the 10 kilo ohm resistor which we will use as load. So load is connected from the capacitor to the ground. Capacitor's one end is in the collector terminal, other end is connected to the load. 2.2 kilo ohm resistor should be connected to the supply. So hence take one wire, put it in the supply, and do not connect this directly to the 2.2 kilo ohm resistor. This connection should take the help of one DIB. So let us place this in a nearby node. Now we will put in between this red color wire and this 2.2 kilo ohms wire, we have to put the DIB. So first let us make some wiring arrangement for the DIB. So take a connecting wire. So leave this to one edge, take one more connecting wire, leave it to the other edge where 2.2 kilo ohm resistor is existing. So these two wires we will connect to the DIB at a later stage. These two wires will connect to DIB. Now take 0.1 microfarad capacitor, connect from the base and leave it to a nearby node. So this is from the base, this side, and a nearby node. So here we will provide the input signal. So for providing the input signal, take two wires, so connect one wire from this capacitor, 0.1 microfarad capacitor, and leave it. Take another wire, put it in the ground and leave it for this connection. This we will use for input signal connection. Next we also have to check the output. So hence take one more connecting wire set, put it from the collector output. Actually collector output we have connected to a load. So load, where that load is connected to that capacitor, there we insert this wire. So between this capacitor and the load, that node we will connect this wire. So this is for testing the output signal. Take another wire for ground purpose. And leave this for ground connection. So these are output terminals, this is input terminal, and these two are for connecting the DIB. Now take connecting wires. First we will connect the DC supply. So take one wire, put it from positive of the supply and put it to our positive supply. So this is being used as the positive supply. So we will connect this supply here. Next, take another connecting wire, connect from the negative of the power supply and connect this to the ground of your circuit. So this we are taking as the ground, so hence we connect this wire here. So ground wire and supply wire. Now take the DIB. These two wires we left for DIB connection. So connect these two to your DIB. So one wire of the DIB and the second wire of the DIB. So inductance box is connected between the two wires. Now we will provide the input and output from the circuit. So take connecting probes. So first take function generator connecting probe. Put it to function generator channel 1. And these two edges we will give to our circuit. So this is the input wire which we intended to connect to function generator. Put it here. Next put this to the ground connection. Now take one CRO probe. So connect from first channel of the CRO. This channel we will again use it for checking the input signal. So put this wire to the ground. And this one to the signal wire. So this is providing input and we are also checking the input in the CRO. So take one more probe for the CRO. Give it from second channel. And connect this side to the output of the circuit. So this is the output of our circuit and the other wire should go to the ground. So this completes connections of the circuit. Now we will conduct the experiment. We will switch on the power supply But before switching on, first make sure that in the decayed inductance box you kept 0.3 Henry. Then switch on the function generator. Click on sine wave. Set the frequency as 1 kilohertz. It's already 1 kilohertz. Next, set the amplitude as 2 volts peak to peak. Now, before switching on this button, make sure that your power supply is on. So, switch on the power supply. Adjust the coarse and fine voltage buttons. Current setting should be maximum. So, switch on. Change this to 10 volts. Now switch on this AC signal, then switch on the CRO. Press an auto set. So you can see in the channel 1 yellow colored signal, we have the input signal and this is the output from the circuit. Now move on to the function generator. Change the frequency to 100 Hertz and again in the CRO press an auto set. Note down the peak to peak of the output in the table. Again, change the frequency of function generator to 200 Hertz and again note down the signal peak to peak by pressing an auto set. Repeat this till maximum frequency of 5 kilohertz or 10 kilohertz, whichever is convenient. Complete the table. Now we have completed the pre-emphasis experiment. We will start with the de-emphasis experiment based on the circuit diagram. Now we will start the connections of de-emphasis circuit. Take a breadboard. Take 10 kilo ohm resistor. Connect from one point to a nearby node. Next, take 0.01 microfarad capacitor. Connect it from this resistance edge to a nearby node. Now this we will use for ground connection. Next, take one more 0.01 microfarad capacitor. Connect from the same junction to a nearby node. This we will use for output checking. This we will use for input giving. So take two connecting wires. Give for the input of the circuit. This we will connect to function generator. Take one more wire for connecting the ground. So this will be our ground. So we will use this for ground connection. Next, take one more wire for output checking. So this is the point where we check the output. So we connect the output between these two terminals and input between these two terminals. This circuit doesn't need any DC connection. So now we will connect these two to a function generator. Take a function generator probe, connect it to the function generator and provide these wires to the input of your circuit. Next, take one CRO probe, connect it to channel 1. and provide it to the same input connection. So this is the input giving point as well as visualizing the input in CRO. Next, take second CRO probe, connect it to channel 2, and provide this at the output. So now the connections of the circuit are complete. DC power supply was used for pre-emphasis circuit, but however in this de-emphasis circuit we don't require the DC power supply. Now we will switch on the function generator. Simultaneously we will also switch on the CRO. Now switch on this button so that input is provided to your circuit. Observe the CRO. Press an auto set. So you can observe this is the input and this is the output. Now the frequency set in the function generator is 200 Hz. Increase that to 300 Hz. Same 2 volts supply, 2 volts peak to peak. Now check the output again in the CRO. Note down the output signal peak to peak. Repeat this process starting from 100 Hz till 10 kHz and note down the readings in a table for the output signal peak to peak. This completes de-emphasis experiment.
At MSR UAS, we spark your imagination unlike any other.